Peace and harmony, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Octavia, also known as Conscious Rose. People always call me Rose, or people always call me Conscious. If you want to call me Octavia, whatever floats your boat, I ain't tripping. But today in this video, I really want to just give a life update, and then I also wanted to talk about entrepreneurship, like what I've learned, what I've experienced over the years, where I'm at currently, and we can get to it. So make sure before we begin, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about in this video is my entrepreneurial journey. It has been like and then go flatline, like it went flatline. And I really want to talk about that because it is things that I did and that I learned when I first started my business. If you have been with me in the social media world since 2018, 2019, then you know about Sweet Rose. That was my original baby. That was my skincare. I swear to you, I make the best body butter in the world. Like, I'm not just saying that just to be saying it. I'm saying it because it's been true. And I stopped doing that business for like 2 or 3 years, and I'm just now getting to a point where I'm revamping it and rebranding, and that's another topic for another day. But I have people in my inbox still to this day who still be asking me, hey, are you still selling your body butter? Where's your body butter? Body butter. Like, I kid you not. I'm gonna have to see if I can go find these screenshots and put them on here for y'all to see. But it is very impactful, and it has done some wonders for people's skin, especially my hemp body butter. That hemp seed oil does so good for people who struggle with eczema. And I'm gonna make another video on oils and herbs for the skin, because as you can see, I don't wear makeup. The only makeup I probably have is this lip liner and a little bit of lipstick, a little cheap, little vegan, little mixed makeup that I found in the store. And I do lip gloss. I might get my eyebrows arched, the little eyebrows that I do have, I get them arched, but I do not wear like foundation. I wear oils. That's it. That's all you really need when you're really loving yourself. But let's get into it. So when I first started my business, my why for Sweet Rose was just to make a solution for a problem that I had, which was dealing with eczema. Like, I had severe cases of eczema, and it just made me very insecure about myself. I had hella low self-esteem. I didn't want to go outside, especially when springtime came around. The pollen came out. I did not want to be outside. I didn't want nobody to see me. I would literally like just looking outside like, dang, I really want to go outside, but I know if I go outside, I'm gonna blow up like a blowfish. Like, and I remember getting to a point where I could not afford to get my medicine anymore. And so I had to start finding solutions, natural remedies for me to soothe this issue. So I started looking up natural remedies on YouTube, on Google, and I kept coming across, especially on YouTube, I kept coming across Dr. Sebi. And once I started watching his videos, I started seeing Dr. Layla Africa, and the list just goes on. I just started seeing all these different people, and I've learned about they were herbalists. And I'm like, what the fuck is an herbalist? Like, what is this? Like, why I didn't know about this? Like, in all my 12 years and going all the way to high school, we didn't know about herbalism. Like, what? We didn't know about none of this. And so I started just doing my due diligence and researching that. And I was able to come across videos where women was teaching how to make natural skincare. And I can't remember the name of the lady, but I just was watching so many videos. But I learned how to make my own natural body butter, and I was using it, and I started to see a change in my skin. Now, it did take a little process because I later found out that I kept having flare-ups because of the things that I was consuming, which is another topic we're gonna have to talk about, you know, what I was eating that was giving me flare-ups in my skin. And once I started eliminating certain things out of my diet, I didn't have as severe of a flare-up when it came to my eczema, and I was able to maintain it with my body butter. So that was how Sweet Rose started. I had a problem and I found a solution. And the thing is, when it comes to entrepreneurship, you have to understand your why. Like, you really have to figure out your problem and why you want to find a solution for this specific problem. When you do that, everything else will fall into place. Because I remember I didn't even start my business yet. I was just kind of like flabbergasted at the results that I was getting just from doing this on myself. And I remember I was just posting on social media, posting on my Facebook, and people were just asking me like, are you selling this? Are you selling this? I'm like, no, I just wanted to show y'all. And then people were just inboxing me telling me, hey, you should sell this. Like, you should sell this. You should sell this. And I'm like, okay, well, let me just try it. And so I started looking up videos about entrepreneurship, and I started looking up videos on how to create an LLC, how to create, like, how to go to the Secretary of State, all these different things I was learning about in business. And that's another topic that I'm going to make. I'm going to do like a whole business series, because what I found was when I started my business, I had the knowledge of all of these things when it comes to getting your EIN, your DUNS number, your certificate of existence, you know, all these different things when it came to just setting a solid foundation for my business. But I didn't fully have all of my accolades together. And as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you need to have a solid foundation when it comes to having the paperwork, the certifications and everything, the Secretary of State, like all those things that you need to have to make it an actual business, an actual entity. You need to make sure you have those things along with your business bank account. You know, there is no way that you should be mixing your business and your personal together, because that was another issue that I knew of, but I wasn't necessarily practicing what I was preaching. So I found myself always in a pickle, or just in these crazy financial struggles, because even just as a bookkeeper right now, and I'm gonna make a whole nother video on why you need to make sure you know how to bookkeep for your business, because that is another thing that I had to learn. Like, I had the knowledge of it, but I wasn't actually implementing these things in my business. And it showed when it came to me having to sometimes pay out of pocket to get some of my products. When it came to restocking on my inventory, I was coming out of pocket instead of taking this out of just my business account. And let me tell you, you do not want to do that. It is, I already did it for you, okay? So this video, I'm letting you know, don't do that, okay? Don't do it. You don't need to do it. You are going to find yourself causing delays, and there's so much that goes into starting your business. You're going to spend quite a bit just getting your, just registering for your Secretary of State, getting, once you get that, matter of fact, let me go see if I can find, let me go get that for y'all, hold on, because I really want y'all to understand it takes money to make money. And so, yeah, I really want y'all to know that it takes money to make money, okay? And people, you know, they oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. You have all these business gurus. Oh, you just need, oh, my nose is breaking out. You just need this, you need that. Like, baby, it's so many things. Like even when you go and send it off to your Secretary of State, they're going to also mail you back. It's not this one. They're gonna mail you back certain things, and make sure you get you a little file, a little book file. So this has different flags, and they have different. I have different papers in here, just important documents related to business in my little book file that I carry with me. But I just want to let you know there is so much to business that people don't talk about. So once you register your business for through the Secretary of State, you also have to do you have to pay for the certificate of it. So you go online and you register with your Secretary of State, and it's like in Georgia it's like $105, $107 or something like that. And then they're also going to mail you, what's the next day? They're also going to mail you a certificate of status request form. And this is pretty much a form, or the certificate of existence. This is where you're going to pay an additional $94.50 for you to even get the certificate of existence, okay? So you have to make sure you have, you doing this, and it's always going to have a notice date and then a please respond by date, and you want to make sure that you pay those by the date, okay? By the date, because you don't want to lose I'm dropping stuff. You don't want to lose those $107 that you spent to register, because you're gonna have to re-register. You don't want to do all of that. Like, you want to do all of that. So you definitely have to respond by date, okay? Right? And then after that, you're also going to get another thing in the mail, okay? And this is called the Labor Law Poster Requirements Notice. And this is an additional $108 that you have to pay, okay? So when we look at starting a business, it's not, you can get a free EIN number, all that stuff, which they're going to mail you. The Secretary of State or the Georgia's Business Filing Center, they're going to also mail you they're going to mail you all of the new business documents that you're going to need, like the one I just listed, the certificate of existence. So they just sent me two things. So what the Georgia Business Filing Center is going to do, and this is Georgia, I don't know about other states, but I know they're like different in other states, so talk to them. See, now you can get a free EIN number. I don't know, they got it on here for $199.95. If you just go to irs.gov, you can get one for free, okay, during business hours, because ain't nobody gonna pay $200 for that, okay? That's T. Write that down. But then you have your labor law posters, and that's what I just read out of one of these. And then you have the certificate of existence, and that's the other one that was like $94 and like 50 cents. But on here they got it listed for $89.95. So I'm guessing that's with the tax. But either way, these are three important things that you need when you are filing your business as an LLC. And once you file with your Secretary of State, you're going to automatically get these mailed to you, okay? So please respond by those document dates, or you're gonna have to like probably start your whole process. I never had to do that, and I'm not going to do that because I'm gonna pay them as they need to be paid, okay? Because I ain't got time to be wasting an extra little $100 when that could be going towards inventory or something. So, you know, just be mindful. And then once you have all of that, set up, you want to go and get your business bank account, okay? Everything needs, listen, as a bookkeeper, everything business needs to stay and come from your business bank account. The only time anything should be coming from your business bank account to your personal is if you are paying yourself. That is the only time, okay? That is the only time. And this is a lesson that I had to learn because I was trying to bookkeep from like my personal bank account, my personal checkings and savings, and I was trying to make my savings like my business bank account. I was just doing too much. Okay, so excuse me, I just kind of fixed myself on here, but whatever. So don't do that. Okay, so let's get back to it. I just wanted to share that little nugget right there because I don't think people really understand you know, how much it really costs to start up your business. So yeah, it costs, I would say, like maybe like almost $400. Yeah, it will cost almost like $400 around there to start it up and everything. Oh, maybe like 500 because I didn't include the actual amount. Yeah, so anywhere between $400 and $500 it costs to start your business today. Okay, so anyways, and then that's not including a BOI now, which is like, I believe it's, well, when I last seen it was like $99, but that could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. We'll find that out in another video. But anyways, going back to your why, okay, that's something that we really have to buckle down with and figure that out. So for me at this very moment, life update, I stopped doing my Sweet Rose business in 2020, maybe like 2019, 2020. So maybe like a year and a half later from when I started it in 2018. And I put it down 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. Wow. So I put it down for about 4 to 5 years. I remember throughout those years, I would kind of like put out little videos about just different things like rebranding my business, and I will have like videos and stuff up that I'll show y'all. Let me timestamp this. That I'll show y'all of what I was doing throughout the years, just like really playing with my brands and really trying to figure out what I wanted to do when it came to my business and how I wanted to show up as an entrepreneur and what I wanted my brand to look like. But that moves me into my why, right? My why for right now in this current moment is I had an experience. My Nana is in the hospital right now. And I was there with her yesterday with me and my sister. And I already knew my why for my business. I wanted to build generational wealth with my business, right? But particularly yesterday, as I see my Nana recovering from surgery and she's just having a hard time like breathing and just these things, like I've never seen my Nana like this, and it was just a lot for me. And so in my mind, you know, because she goes to explain, I don't want to put all her business out, but she goes to explain how, you know, for her to get discharged, she's gonna need 24-hour somebody with her 24 hours. And so she would have to go to a nursing home. I don't like that. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that. And me personally, the way I grew up, our elders, whenever they get sick, they come and move in with a more healthier family member that is going to take care of them. When my great-grandmother on my mother's side got sick, she came all the way from Texas all the way to Georgia to live with my grandparents, and they pretty much took care of her until she passed away. And the nursing home thing it's not okay with me. And so when she was explaining all of this, this was an addition to my why, for why it's important for me to create a solid foundation when I'm starting a business or anything like that. Because in my mind, when she told me that, I was thinking, man, I wish I was in a financial space to be able to take take a day, take how many every days, weeks, months, years off to take care of my loved one. And because I'm not in that space, that really did something to my spirit. And it kind of ignited me, to be honest. It ignited me because in my mind, it's like, you know what? Let me go and take care of my business so I can spend more time with my family in matters of this, like this. Because I just don't agree with the whole nursing home thing. It's not, my Nana don't like that. That don't sit well with her spirit, and I know that, okay? I just know it. And so with that being said, when we think about the things that we experience in life and our perspectives on it, we really need to see how that can ignite us into pushing harder for our business for longevity. And that's what I've been doing. And that it's like I needed that for God to put that in my space yesterday, because I ain't gonna say I've been BSing, but I've been kind of lollygagging with it. And so in that moment where I couldn't be like, you know what, I'll watch you every day. Like, I will take care of you every day. Make sure you're doing your rehab, whatever it was. And the fact that I could not say that did something to my spirit. And it hurt my heart, but it also ignited my flame as well. Shout out to the Aries. It ignited my flame too. So I want you to think of your why for many reasons. You know, I wholeheartedly believe that generational wealth is built through family, and family planning is so important. I just feel like family is so important when we talk about building generational wealth. If you're talking about building generational wealth without your family, I would think that you are selfish. Like, I really do. And I get it. Like, some people, family is not all those cracked up to be, but whoever you deem as your family, they should be considered in your generational wealth building process. It's something that you literally cannot build alone. So my why was inspired times 10 from just seeing my Nana in the place that she is. And I just think about, it just made me think about for the future, like how important it is for me to really be in a great space financially so that I can tend to my family in emergency spaces like this. Because for me, I love to take care of my family. I love to take care of people in general. Acts of service is my number one love language. I love to serve people. So yeah, moving along. When it comes to your why for your business, you need to understand that entrepreneurship is a spiritual journey. And I can really speak on that because in my earlier years in business, I was in 2 relationships in my business. The one with my child's father, and then my ex, or whoever. And so I realized there was a lot that I was missing spiritually. And it was a lot that was affecting my emotions, that was affecting my business, how I showed up for my business. So if you are a business owner, especially as a woman, you need to make sure you have emotional control and that you have that resilience, that whatever you're experiencing in your outside life, whether it's your love life, family life, whatever, that even though you're going through something, you can get yourself in a place of peace with it, to the point where you can get back to your business and take care of what you need to take care of by any means necessary. Because when I look back at those times, I realized I did not have any control over my emotions. I was just like losing it. Especially when I first started my business, I was with my child's father, and I just didn't feel supported. We were going through so much. We was on and off. Like, and on top of that, I was like coming off like birth control. Like, it was just ghetto. Like, it was just a hot mess. And so how we show up emotionally and show up for ourselves is how we're going to show up for our business. So if I was on and off with my emotions, I'm on and off with my business. If I wasn't investing in myself, then I wasn't fully invested in my business. And it literally started to show because I was just spending money recklessly. I was just not making the best financial decisions when it came to really structuring my business. And it just showed like the lack of being able to pay for my website. You know, little things like that, like being able to keep a job to even be able to support my business. Like my mind was not right. My emotions was not right. So when you think about business, you're creating an entity, which is an energy. So whatever your brand is for yourself, like your personal brand is, that is what's going to correlate with your business. So if you are like me, you look great. I'm just gonna let you know this launch is revamp is gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay. So because now that I'm older, I'm almost 30, I'm about to graduate to my 30s. Because I've been able to take that little 4 or 5 year break, I've been able to experience life. And life was tearing my ass up. I'm not gonna hold you. It was tearing me up. And because I was experiencing the things that I experienced, I thank God because it helped mold me into a more mature woman, a woman who has more control over her emotions, who has a different perspective of life and business, who is just a woman of integrity and discipline and consistency. And I love that for myself. So I'm actually thankful that I was able to take a little 4 or 5 year break to get myself together, get my health together, my mental health together, my emotions together, my relationship with God together. And just now I'm in a space where I can blossom because I know that I need to take my time in what I'm doing instead of trying to rush. That's another thing, because I was more so bent on instant gratification rather than delayed gratification. And it's interesting how that thought process changes as you get older, because now I actually appreciate when something is trying to come instant to me. I ain't gonna say I just do away with it, but I'm more in my feminine energy about it. Like, being in my feminine energy, I'm more slow to things, and I understand that when I experience this delayed gratification, it's going to be better than trying to get that instant. So with that being said, I take my time with my business, and it's gonna happen when it happens. It's gonna launch when it launch. I'm not in no rush. You're gonna get what you get. Like, but I want to give people greatness and quality over quantity. So when I do launch, it's going to be something that is worth every penny and dollar that is being invested into it. So with that being said, you have to pay attention to your spiritual journey when you are an entrepreneur. However that looks for you, whether you're praying to God or you believe in Ifa, you a Muslim, like whatever it is, your spiritual practices, you have to make sure that you are in that every single day. Like, and you have to do the work, you know, cleanse yourself, go out in nature, clean up your diet. I hate that word, diet. Clean up your lifestyle if you really want to become an entrepreneur and you want to go that route, because it takes a different perspective. It takes different habits, healthier habits. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of just courage to be able to become an entrepreneur and to go through that path. And I don't know if a lot of people really be understanding it and what it takes, you know. And it takes just really getting yourself in the right environment and around the right people. So with that being said, your entrepreneur journey is your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey correlates with your entrepreneurial journey. If you think I'm lying, try it and see. I'm telling you, this is coming from experience. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I was trying to make this video short, but clearly I'll talk a lot. But just a life update, quick update. I'm going to be doing more videos about my entrepreneurial, getting everything together, as far as like how to set up your LLC. I'm going to also be diving into wills and trusts. I am also I am a tax prepper, so I'll be making videos and content about that, especially when it comes to your small businesses and how to tax plan. I'm also going to be making more videos and content on bookkeeping for your small business so that you're able to have a solid foundation. And I'm also going to show you this process through launching my business, Sweet Rose Skincare and Wellness. So you're going to be able to see the background of everything and how it's going, how the process is, because people think that it's easy, but some things will test you, because some things is not going to go right. You might get denied. You might have to go back to redo something. Like, anything can happen. I'm telling you, I've lived it. I've done it. You might collaborate with somebody and they not fulfill their contract. Like, it's so many things that can happen when it comes to this business world, and you just have to be prepared for it. So that's why your spiritual journey is so important when you're trying to become an entrepreneur. So I'm going to be doing more videos on that, and I'm so excited to embark on this journey. It's been such a long time. If you know, you know. But I just wanted to update y'all on that. I appreciate you so much for loving on me and being patient with me, and listening to my content as well. Please give me feedback, because I want to make sure that you know, engaging with my audience. You know, I love y'all. Thank you for the what am I at, 1200 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. I think it's 1200. It might be 1200. I appreciate y'all. So much gratitude. If this video resonated, if you have anything you would like to share or whatever, please make sure you comment below. I do like to comment back and talk, because I like to engage and know who my people are. So with that being said, family, I am out.